designed to trap you. And if you've ever wondered why you've been paying on your credit cards for years, and somehow the balance barely moves, this video is going to make you uncomfortable. Because once you see this, you'll never look at debt the same way again. Because I don't know about you, but I can. And near the end, I'll show you the one mindset shift that instantly speeds up debt payoff, even if you're broke right now. Is this you not trying to be in your business? Just know, you're not irresponsible, you're not bad with money, you're not lazy. You're just playing a game where the rules were never explained to you. I understand, I've been there. Checking the balance after paying while feeling stupid. Promising next month will be different. Living for payday. Using credit for emergencies that never stop happening. And the worst part, you think you're doing the right thing because you're making the payment. That's the lie. And don't stress it. Banks profit from patience by hitting you with overdraft fees, late fees, then yet they still want to loan you more money, knowing you can't afford it. That's the sad yet cold-hearted truth. Credit card companies don't want you broke. They want you paying them every dollar you earned. So why naturally they say all your struggling will give you more money to help you through the hard period, but yet we'll just raise your interest rate really high so we can make more off of you. They portray as if they have your best interest at heart. But what can I say that couldn't be any further from truth? Instead, it's a common tactic used to trap. I explain simply, minimum payment math, interest versus principal, time, profit, behavior, math. Debt isn't a math problem. It's a behavior problem that banks monetize. And in a minute, I'll explain why paying more still doesn't fix it if your mindset is wrong. Then yet over time, you start feeling emotionally drained because if not careful, you'll already have your paycheck spent before it ever even arrives in your account, leaving, spending money, no bill money, just flat out no money. But you can bet they are getting their money, minimum payments, of course, right? All your friends or spouse or whoever are wanting you to go places and do things, but you literally have no money and credit cards are almost maxed out. What you gonna do now? You don't avoid your debt because you don't care. You avoid it because it hurts to look at. Explain emotional debt. Avoidance, fear, false hope. I'll handle it later. Minimum payments give you emotional relief, not financial progress. Relief is expensive. There's only one way of getting out of this bottomless pit that you have dug for yourself, and that's by attacking with vengeance because debt dies from speed, not consistency. So let me explain, the slower you pay off debt, you never really do any damage because you're only paying interest instead of paying towards the actual principal. And that's why I say that speed matters, because the faster you pay on it and pay it off, the less it ends up costing you in the long run. And not just that, but once you start being able to see progress a bit, magic occurs from within your inner mindset that it's possible, and you start really gaining momentum. That's why they call it the debt snowball, because it starts compounding on top of one another and really doing some damage against this debt that once had you feeling hopeless and worried, you would never be able to actually get your life back. It's mentally draining. Debt is, let me tell you something most money videos won't. The reason you keep failing at getting out of debt isn't because you lack discipline. It's because discipline was never supposed to carry this much weight. Let that land. You're trying to use willpower to fight a system that was engineered to drain you. Every month you start with good intentions. You tell yourself this is the month, and then life happens. Groceries cost more. Something breaks. An unexpected bill hits. Your energy drops. You feel behind again. Trust me, I know and understand all these different emotions, and quite frankly, they suck, and slowly, quietly, the plan dies. After all, debt isn't a math problem. It's a behavior problem that banks use to monetize. Not because you're weak, but because motivation expires. Look, I know it isn't really your fault. You were just given the wrong strategy or not any system at all. This is why budgets fail. Budgets assume you'll be the same motivated person on day 27 as you were on day 1. You won't be. Then, that's not a character flaw. That's being human. Which is why the people who actually escape debt don't rely on motivation. They rely on resets. But what if I told you I had a system that can help turn this around? The paycheck reset, the turning point. This system, first of all, is one I wished I had someone give me when I was going through my hard times because it truly is designed to break debt down in simple form and completely dismantle it. Here's the shift that changes everything. Pause longer than feels comfortable. Stop treating your life like one long financial failure and start treating every paycheck like a reset button. A paycheck reset means this. Every time money hits your account, you start fresh. Not emotionally, structurally. You stop carrying guilt from last month. You stop trying to catch up. You stop making decisions from panic. You only deal with this paycheck. Debt isn't a math problem. It's a behavior problem that banks monetize. Debt doesn't overwhelm you all at once. It overwhelms you when everything stacks together. When people hear debt-free, they freeze. But when they hear, I only need to control this paycheck, their shoulders drop. Because that feels survivable. You're shrinking the problem. The brain re-engages once it feels success is possible, and that it's within reach. After all, speaking from personal experience, if I'd had this system during my hard times and rough patch, it'll definitely made the process easier to overcome. This is why I created a simple paycheck reset worksheet. It's not overly priced or subscription-based, it's just a genuine layout for handling your debt to get your life back and debt gone. It's not a budget, it's not complicated. It's literally just a way to tell your money where to go before it disappears. So is this something you could see helping you transform your financial lifestyle and paychecks? That's why I don't care which debt you start with. Smallest balance, most stressful balance, one that makes you angry. Just pick the one that gives you a win. Confidence compounds faster than interest. Now that you're aware and ready for the reset and interested, let's dive into the identity shift. The reasoning behind why this works so great is because you've read into the worksheet and followed the formula, and it's changed your whole way of operating and thinking when it comes to debt, including your behavior. You're a lot more knowledgeable nowadays. The way you operate is intentional, your money has a job, your paycheck has a future, and banks and credit cards want your business. But you're laughing at them instead, nowadays, because you owe them nothing. This is why you should share the video. Here's what nobody tells you. Once you feel control over your money, debt stops feeling permanent. It stops being this dark cloud that follows you. It becomes temporary. Then speak directly to them. You were never bad with money. You were just never shown a system that works for real life. And once you experience control, even a little, you don't go back. Not because you're suddenly disciplined, but because chaos is no longer normal to you. So, if you want to get a grip on your financial plan and reset your money and paycheck, I suggest you check out the Paycheck Reset. If this video made sense to you, start with control. The money control system is free. It's there to stop the bleeding. If you want to move faster, the Paycheck Reset tools exist for that reason. But no matter what, stop letting minimum payments decide your future. Best remember, debt ends when patience ends. And by the way, if liked this video, don't hesitate. Drop a comment and give it a thumbs up, and check out our playlist for more tips, ideas, and knowledge insights.